Hello guys, it's Teenage DC Fan back in the video, and Black Lightning hasn't changed too much since the big crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths, despite now living in a world where Superman and Batwoman aren't just fictional characters. Life back in Freeland remains the same. I guess that kind of makes sense. The city is still under quarantine, and I guess Jefferson didn't want to ask his new super friends for help right after meeting them. Still, I mean, a couple Kryptonians and, a speedster might come in handy right about now. Still, the crossover didn't completely go to waste. Black Lightning knows how to build and work with a team now, and that's coming in very handy as he mounts a mission to rescue Lynn. And there's a little bit of friction between the ASA and Jefferson. He negotiated immunity for everyone on the team, but they aren't looking so hot at the beginning of this episode. Most of them have limited fighting ability and aren't working well together. So Jen asks Khalil to join up, but he refuses. Because he can't trust himself in violent situations, knowing everything that he's done, killing his own mother and stuff like that. So to be honest, that's pretty fair. But Jefferson finds Khalil packing up to leave and shows him kindness and compassion. And he mentions that they could really use him, but that he respects his desire to leave. Now, we all know that meant he was staying. Still, once it was time for the team to go on a mission, when we get that shot of everyone doing their coolest walk down the ASA hallway, it felt good to see him step out and join the team, But even after multiple scenes of dysfunction among the team, that one scene got me hyped for the mission to come. Like, they just looked so cool walking down that hallway, everybody wearing black. It was pretty cool. And then even the plane ride over isn't the most elegant scene, but it still lets us see some tensions between the team members getting worked out. Thunder, aka Anissa, still doesn't trust Khalil completely, but we can see that distrust starting to melt away when he uses his training to calm Brandon, whose Earth-based powers rebel against air travel because he's not close to the Earth. But he shows them he can use his training for good and reassures Anissa that he can't poison people anymore, because that is only a thing that Painkiller can do. Meanwhile, TC reveals he's deactivated the ASA fighters' chips. Now there's no chance they'll try to kill Lynn, because if you remember, Erica was programmed with a chip to terminate Lynn when they found her. But now TC has deactivated that chip. And with all of that out of the way, it's time for the coolest fight scene of the season so far. Black Lightning punches down in the Markovian outpost, blasting away all the guards around him with a massive lightning arc. When that's how a fight sequence begins, we're in for something special. And we finally get to see Grace in action, which was cool, and she's shape-shifting to look like Colonel Moisen, and taking out an entire room full of guards. From there, she gives Gambi access to the whole facility. But what I absolutely love about this sequence is that every team member gets a chance to shine. Characters we don't normally see in action get to show their stuff. Black Lightning and Thunder find a door that they can't power through, so they use Erica to absorb and amplify Thunder's punches, and then she runs into the door and knocks it clear across the hall. So the way every fight is shot and every power is showcased put a huge smile on my face that stayed put through the credits. Now, probably the best part of all this, though, is that Lynn isn't waiting around to be saved, because she doesn't know that the people that broke in there are coming to save her. She doesn't know that that's her family, so she's got her own escape plan. Because Mawson gets replaced early on by a Gravedigger, a metahuman who can control people with his voice, and he's played by Wayne Brady, so this is definitely a different way of seeing Wayne Brady, after seeing him host Let's Make a Deal, and being the fox on The Masked Singer, and then you see him on Black Lightning as the big villain. It was definitely different, but I kind of liked it. But anyway, Gravedigger, he forces Lynn to work on a cure. But she figures out that green light can counteract his powers. With him still thinking she's under his control, she gets him to give her some of his blood. and with that, she's able to give herself some of his powers. Now, this is the Lynn I've been waiting to see. She can be such a great character when the show doesn't make her helpless for no reason. She forces Mawson to lead her out once she hears the rescue team approaching. Jen finds her and leads her back to the helicopter, but not before she forces Mawson to shock himself until he passes out. Damn, Lynn. Didn't know you had it in you, but guess you had it coming, though. So Gravedigger is an amazing new villain, by the way. His mere presence has me so much excited for the rest of this season. So I feel like Gravedigger is one of my favorite parts of this episode with Gravedigger was his fight with Khalil. Gravedigger's very disarming. When he's calmly talking through Khalil's techniques during their fight, I was genuinely worried. He clearly respects the kid, but you know he'll make good on those threats to kill him. And I was afraid that maybe he would, because I mentioned that in my last review, but that's why the end of the episode is so satisfying, because Gravedigger easily defeats Khalil, who fortunately makes it back to the helicopter alive, which I didn't think would happen, but Gravedigger then gets the drop on Jefferson, knocking him out. And then he ends up finding the helicopter and orders Lynn to get off, or he won't let the copter leave. For a second, I actually thought the episode would make this mission a total failure, but then Black Lightning jumps in. He wasn't down for long. The episode starts to set up a big fight, but then Jefferson pierces Gravedigger through the shoulder with a lightning arc and lifts him up into the air. Nobody touches my wife. And that moment might be the coolest thing the show's ever done. When Lynn told Jefferson she loved him, I thought that was a pretty cool moment. A good reunion, after their last interaction with her being on drugs and addicted and all that stuff. Now, this was a great episode, but there is kind of a bit of a plot hole that I'm confused about, because their mission was to go in and rescue Lynn, but they also wanted to get Tobias Whale. So Jefferson, Black Lightning, was the one that was sent to go get Tobias Whale, and he got Tobias, and they were going out of there, but then Black Lightning started fighting about a bunch of these soldiers, and then Gravedigger showed up, knocked him out, and then that was the last time we saw Tobias. Tobias disappeared before Gravedigger showed up to knock out Black Lightning, and then later Black Lightning showed up and took out Gravedigger, but then you never saw Tobias. It's not like he was on the helicopter or anything. So I'm a little confused about that, but I guess Tobias Whale is still in Markova, maybe? But anyway, other than that, this episode was Black Lightning at its best. It had phenomenal action sequences, a tightly focused story, and even some real character growth. Everyone had a part to play, and each one was executed perfectly. We even got a fantastic new villain out of it. Now, we'll see if the next episode will maintain this level of quality, but after this, it's certainly got a ton of momentum behind it. So, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video. So I bestow all my DC knowledge upon you.